Everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm here to continue Mars sign series. My name is Melissa, and if you're new here and you want to learn more about astrology, if you're a beginner and you want to learn more, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you can go ahead and follow me on my Tumblr at Lunar Cappy. I'm always active on there, answering people's questions and sometimes writing my own content. So just go ahead and follow me there if you want. If you're unsure what your Mars sign is, or if you're really new to astrology and have not looked up all of your planets and your placements yet, go ahead and follow the link that I placed in the description, and you can look up your birth chart for free and you'll be able to find out all of your planets. Your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars. I've already completed my Mercury and Venus sign series, so once you find out your signs for those planets, you can go ahead and watch your placements video. Let's go ahead and get started with learning about Mars in Gemini. So what is your Mars sign really about? What does it indicate? What does it stand for? Your Mars is all about how you take action. It's about how you assert yourself, how you initiate, how much you want something, or how you go about getting what it is that you want. That's really what the essence of Mars is all about. How you act when you are passionate about something, and what it is that you are passionate about, what excites you, what motivates you, what is your drive. It describes your masculinity, action-oriented side of you. Your Mars can also describe your sexuality, how you behave sexually, and what your turn-ons are, and what really gets you going in that way. Let's go ahead and get started with Mars in Gemini. What does it mean to have your Mars in Gemini? So Mars in Gemini is largely focused on and motivated by the thoughts, the thought life, new ideas, sharing knowledge with other people. And really connecting with other people. They may be motivated socially to meet new people, to definitely learn new things, learn new ideas, and especially through other people, through socializing and through anything that they can get their hands on. New information will definitely stimulate them. And a Mars in Gemini can be a little bit restless because physically and mentally, mostly mentally, because their energy is going to really lie within their intellect. They're going to need to be intellectually stimulated and always be learning new things, always keep absorbing new information, through whether it's through other people or through entertainment, through education. Mars and Gemini, I wouldn't say that they are the most passionate or emotionally enthusiastic types of individuals. Mars and Gemini is more likely to express that passion through their words. Mars and Gemini has such a gift with words, and they can be very skilled at using their words to get what they want. So they might be one of the most persuasive people that you will ever meet. When they're passionate about something, when they want something, they'll be able to verbalize it very well and express themselves very eloquently and in a way that gets them what they want, because they use their words, they use their mind, their intellect to get what they want in life and to assert themselves. Mars is also about asserting yourself and standing up for yourself, whether that's on a day-to-day basis or when faced with confrontation from other people, like someone's pushing you around. Your Mars is how you fight for yourself, and Mars and Gemini is definitely going to use their words as the weapon. They might spin circles around their enemy or through whoever it is that's annoying them, and use logic to defend themselves, use a good argument to get their way and to win the battle. Mars and Gemini is great at arguing. They really know how to spin circles around you and just kind of trap you into a corner, into thinking that what you're saying doesn't really make any sense. And Mars and Gemini is that's really their strong suit, is arguing and debating. They can see both sides of the story, the situation. They know what they stand for, but they also can see your point of view and put themselves in your shoes. That helps them to argue their way into getting their own way. At the same time, though, Mars and Gemini isn't really so much concerned with getting their own way, and they're not so much concerned with the drama or the conflict or being the leader necessarily. the way maybe a Mars and a fire sign would be. Mars and Gemini they're very flexible, and they're not concerned with the ego. They're not here to fight for their own ego or their own, to be seen or to be recognized. That's not really something that motivates them. What motivates them are other people and like just being around other people, social awareness and just socializing, basically, very basic connectedness with other people. So Mars and Gemini is able to like go with the flow as far as where their direction takes them. Mars and Gemini doesn't really create plans. Again, they're very go with the flow, they're very flexible, and so they can be a little bit scattered. So I guess I wouldn't say that they'd ever make like set plans, like plans that are set in stone, basically. Mars and Gemini is able to go with whatever life throws at them, and whatever new situation pops up or new circumstance they find themselves in. Mars and Gemini can like really navigate through that, find new ways of thinking about the situation that makes sense to them, that really works for them. And so Mars and Gemini is very highly motivated by knowledge, exchanging ideas, exchanging information with other people, with just anybody around them, really. Mars and Gemini is also motivated by the trends, the things in your day-to-day life that is always changing and is always moving, and it's anything really exciting that catches their eye, that catches their attention, and stimulates their mind. And really, that could be anything. It can be, the range of this can be highly variable, and Mars and Gemini likes it that way. They enjoy a wide variety of interests and passions. Mars and Gemini is not really likely to stick to one thing at a time, like one hobby or interest at a time, because they like variety, and they like to constantly be changing, constantly be moving, and their mind is always moving, no matter what day or what time of the day it is. They're just their thoughts are so their thought life is so active. They can be so imaginative and so creative, and they can kind of like jump from one idea to the next very quickly. And others might see this as a little bit wishy-washy or scatterbrained. Maybe so, but Mars and Gemini, just they like to be everywhere, like all at the same time. And Mars and Gemini is likely to be, or try to be, in many different places all at once, because multitasking is another strong forte of theirs. Being able to debate and stand up for themselves through their words, very well-crafted argument, multitasking among various different projects, different tasks throughout the day. They're able to juggle all of that. They might spread themselves thin sometimes, just because they can be very ambitious with that, with exerting their energy among many different tasks. They might end up not really getting anything done because of that, just because they're not the most focused of Mars signs. I would definitely say that. So what does a Mars and Gemini do when they get angry, or when you try to push them around? Like I said, they're definitely going to stand up for themselves through their words and through their mind, their intellect. They're really going to show that off, and you'll see their mean streak through their words, and through they can like cut you very easily and very skillfully with their words. I think something that could really push the buttons of a Mars and Gemini is insulting their intelligence, and I guess being closed-minded to their ideas, because Mars and Gemini, like I said, they have so many different ideas, and they have so many different trains of thought. And if you're the type of person who like just wants to follow like one single plan all the way through and not really have any room for changing things up or detours, a Mars and Gemini might get impatient with that. And just people who don't really see both sides of the situation, or who are too aggressive with their own standpoint and are very inflexible of their perspective, a Mars and Gemini would be able to really be at conflict with that, I think. How would a Mars and Gemini really behave sexually? I think that, again, they would really be excited by the mind of another person. They would be excited by the words that they speak, and like really be charmed by someone that is charming, charmed by people who are know a little bit about everything. They're gonna really be attracted to those who have many different types of skills, who have a wide range of interests, people who are into a lot of different types of music, types of movies, types of art, who are very open-minded that way, because Mars and Gemini really would not like to be tied down to one type of thing or one type of person, one type of style. That being said, Mars and Gemini might try to seduce another person or be attracted to one type of person one day, and then the next day do it like total 180 and find something completely opposite as attractive. And it's just gonna be like something totally unexpected or something totally unpredictable coming from them like every day. And that's kind of what makes them entertaining to be with, really, is you don't really know what you're going to get from one day to the next, because they want to sample everything. Mars and Gemini sexuality can be very up and down, a little bit unpredictable, a little bit, they're not going to be satisfied with like trying the same thing or doing the same thing like every single day. And if you are able to like switch it up, if you're able to like mix in some spice, mix in some kind of like just trying new things, basically, they're going to really enjoy that. And Mars and Gemini can be turned on by anything that appeals to their mind, their imagination, their creativity. It can be a little bit hard to keep up with them in all ways, not just like sexually, but throughout everything. Mars and Gemini could also be very open about their sexuality, about like their little adventures, their hookups or whatever. They could be very like gossipy about that, and like just very open about talking about that type of thing and talking about their partners. They're not really shy about that. Anything that gets the conversation going, anything that sounds interesting or it's going to be like a good conversation starter, Mars and Gemini is probably going to be very open about it. And if they have an opinion about something, you're definitely going to hear it. And they're not shy about that. They're not going to be hesitant to vocalize their own opinions, their own ideas. So those are my thoughts on Mars and Gemini. I hope you've enjoyed, and if I missed anything at all in my explanation, go ahead and fill in where I've missed out on in the comments. I'd love to know your opinion. Mars and Gemini, I would love to know your opinion. I'm sure you always have an opinion on everything, so just feel free to let me know what yours is in the comments, and we can get a discussion started. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Like the video if you learned something from it, and I'll see you again for another Mars sign video very soon.